Okay, salute comrades and welcome to our podcast. My name is Vadim and with me Joseph V. Stalin.
Konnichiwa Tomodachi. I decided I would go Japanese route for now because I just recorded some Shogun 2.
Oh yeah, by the way, I wanted to record Shogun 2, like I will do this probably after our podcast. And when I did my first video, and it's such a coincidence that you and I we both decided to pick a Date clan for our let's plays. And when I did the first video, it was like I was the comment section was overwhelmed by Date clan. It's everybody doing this, Stalin do it, and because of that, I just changed the clan. My next video, I changed to Hojo clan, and yeah, and so doing this right now. And why did you choose the tech clan? I just wonder.
I chose the Date clan because it was kind of random. Actually, I was just like looking through the clans. I'm like, well, I don't want to. I was gonna go the Chokosabe at first. I'm like, yeah, but it'll probably be really easy. I want something that's a little bit more difficult to start off. But I don't know the nuances of the game, so I don't want to make it too hard. And it seemed like the Date clan was really the perfect fit for that.
And actually, I've checked out. I wanted to pick a clan that nobody did a let's play for, and it's turned out that almost all clans was already being let's played, and I don't talk about quality. Yes, there was let's plays that had no commentary, or let's plays that had only like 20 views per video, but still, the Hojo clan wasn't let's played, and the point is that a lot of guys started a let's play of Shogun Total War immediately, and it's it's kind of concurrence. Yeah, the competitions started.
Well, oh no, I'll be fine. I feel like I'll be fine.
Yeah, but I remember when I started Let's Plays, like nobody at all competed. There was lots of games that never been touched, and right now it's you can slightly remember some game from I don't know end of the 90s of previous century, and type it to YouTube, search the name of this game, Let's Play, and there would be some videos about it. So it's pretty soon all games I think would be Let's Played already, and maybe not one time, but I mean a couple of times per game.
Well, I mean that it's good. For old games, I guess. Like I recently. Did you ever play Grim Fandango?
Yeah.
Or, you know what it is? Yeah, I recently did a Let's Play of that game, and it's not a game that's on like Xbox Live or any other like downloadable service like Good Old Games or Steam or anything like that. And even if you still have the CD, it's difficult to make it run on a newer computer. So bringing old games like that for the benefit of a newer generation of gamers that might not have had the ability to experience them, I think is a really good thing.
Yeah, and what game would you did if you we push a reset button and you had no let's plays whatsoever on any site? What would be the first games that you would did a let's play from scratch?
Oh well, the first if I were to start everything again or something like that, I would probably not have changed anything because everything obviously turned out very, very well.
Come on, it's a very popular answer. Oh, I would never change anything,
Well,
I mean it's always
if
you see
well,
the things that you could done better or something that you should like
well,
change the order. Okay.
basically, I would try and find a game that was pretty popular that had just come out and start a let's play the day of that game, because that's what I did with Empire Total War. I pretty much started that let's play day and date, and that's how I ended up getting lots of viewers, because I was one of the first let's plays that was already out there for a fairly popular game. So if I were to start everything again, I'd probably wait for something like maybe Crisis 2 just came out, and that's pretty big right now, so I would probably choose that as a first let's play.
Yeah, I see. And I know how Let's Players do their video, and do you have a game that you would love to Let's Play, but when you think about it, you realize that it would take too much effort, or there is not much of guys who would want this Let's Play, but it's your one of your favorite game, and you should think that it is really cool. It's I don't know if you know, I did a Let's Play of Railroad Tycoon 2, and
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, wow. Like, sorry, my dad is really into trains, and my dad played that game. I'm like, why is Vadim doing a let's play of a game my dad used to play?
And okay, yeah, I'm that old, I guess. But I mean, did you show this Let's Play to your? Did you show this Let's Play to your dad? Maybe he liked it.
No, I haven't shown it to him because I don't live with my family. So,
I
mean, not to say that I hate them or anything like that. I just don't live with them. So,
just drop him a link. I think
I'm not gonna phone up my dad and be like, "Hey, my Russian friend made this awesome Let's Play for a game you used to play. You should check it out."
Okay,
my dad would probably think I might have, gone insane or something like that.
Yeah, but still, did you have some of these games that you? By the way, this Railroad Tycoon is the worst Let's Play in amount of views and amount of subscribers per video. So it's, but still, it's just one of my favorite game, and I love to do that. It's actually the first time I've completed this game, because before I was okay, done like 10 missions, and then something new came out, and but still I had a lot of fun doing this Let's Play, and still it wasn't that popular. Maybe you have such games that you think is not that popular, that would not collect as many views, but you would love to do a Let's Play of it.
Well, when I think about it, I generally end up just doing like Let's Plays of games that most people wouldn't think would garner a lot of attention. Like, I don't know, like I did like Realms of the Haunting, which is like, I actually didn't like that game, and I didn't like it when I was a kid, but it's like an obscure DOS, like weird first-person shooter with full motion video in it that has a bizarre, messed up storyline. And a lot of people, when I asked them like what was your favorite Let's Play that I done or I have done, they will say, or a substantial amount will say like Realms of the Haunting, and I wouldn't think that to be a game that would get a lot of views and a lot of attention just because nobody knows what the hell Realms of the Haunting is. So I've generally, if I found a game that I want to Let's Play, I'll Let's Play it, even if I don't think it'll get a lot of views or a lot of attention, because you might be surprised.
So what is this game again?
Realms of the Haunting?
No, I mean some. Yeah,
Oh.
do you have something this type, something else?
Okay, well, actually, I was thinking of doing a game. It's called Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine, and it's a game I played when I was a kid, and I thought it was awesome when I was a kid. But I I found it again and I installed it on my computer and I started playing it, and that game had not aged well at all. And I was going to do a let's play of it, but I guess I kind of decided against it because the game was aged as, all hell, and I didn't think it would get a lot of attention. So, maybe bringing back Indiana, I would like to go down nostalgia's road and play Indiana Jones in the Infernal Machine once more, but I don't think a lot of people would be into it.
Yeah, I see. Okay, so, and by the way, how do you compare Shogun Total War 2 with previous, for instance, Napoleon Total War, and most importantly, if you played Shogun Total War 1, the original one?
Yeah, I mean, Shogun Total War 2, I think, is way better than the first one, but I haven't played the first one in a long time, so I don't know. But in comparison to like Napoleon and Empire, like the two recent ones, I like both Napoleon and Empire better thus far than Shogun 2. That's not to say Shogun 2 isn't awesome and looks fantastic and plays really well. I dislike the amount of unit variety in Shogun, because, samurais are cool, but that's basically various types of samurais are all that's in the game, and all the clans essentially have the same units with slightly more powerful versions of the other ones. And I know Empire didn't have a lot of unit variety, but it kind of made up for that by having a ton of like terrain and battle variety, and the fact that there was India and North America and most of Europe and North Africa for you to go out and conquer. With Shogun, it's just Japan, and Japan doesn't have that much, terrain variety.
Yeah,
I mean, so I think that's gonna hurt the longevity of the game, especially into what I think has obviously been the most long-running installment in the Total War series, and that's Rome Total War. And I think part of that reason is because it has so much unit variety in comparison to the other Total Wars, because just the culture of Europe, at the time was just so diverse, and there were so many different, cultures that all had their own units. And I think that's led to one of the reasons why Rome is just so popular even today.
Yeah, and actually, I would love to see Rome Total War 2, no, not Shogun Total War, because it made a great, a good point that there is only Japanese, like samurai, and there is not that big of a difference between clans. And just as I said to you yesterday, I guess I think they should have included some different nations, for instance, some Chinese on the west, strangely, and maybe even some Russians. And just as I said to you yesterday, I would love to steamroll all Japan with Cossack unit, or I don't know.
I don't think I mean, I'm not an expert in Russian history, but Russia didn't own or wasn't that far east at the time, were they?
Yeah. But I mean, in Siberia there was some they was still native, I guess. But they wasn't that different from Russians today. Yeah, just some difference in nations in Shogun Total War would be like great.
Well,
yeah.
I remember back when Shogun 2 was announced, lots of people were doing vlogs, and I was talking with lots of people about this, about Shogun, and I was talking with Prince of Macedon when the game was first announced, and he did a video log saying that he really hoped different types of Asian units would be in the game, and they obviously weren't. But I do think that his wish will be fulfilled, possibly, in
some items.
Because obviously there's an expansion coming for Shogun.
Yeah.
Because an expansion for every Total War game, a year later, an expansion always comes out because Napoleon was pretty much the expansion to Empire.
Yeah.
Well, I think that the expansion to Shogun 2 will expand the map into Asia and add Korea and China and Mongolia and those nations, because I really can't see anywhere else they could go besides that route.
Yeah, of course. And maybe some Indian units. Well, what do you think?
That would be cool. Because definitely, Indian warriors are very diverse and exotic, and I think it would be really cool to get some Indian warriors in a Shogun or a Total War game.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we touched Let's Playing enough, and you told me that you wanted to ask me something for your report, yeah?
Okay, well, before I do that, I actually kind of wanted to ask you sort of the opinion of Russia or Russians. Well, I'm not. To me, you are the liaison for all things Russian. So, your word represents what all Russians think in my mind.
Oh, okay. It's a great mission for me. It's a great responsibility, so I will do my best.
Exactly. So I'm wondering, where does Russia fall with the whole situation going on in Libya right now?
Okay, Russia. Russia still think like if I will speak from the Russian in general, not just from myself, but in general population, they would still do not trust NATO. They will not trust USA in all of in the using of military force to do anything. Like war. Like after war in Yugoslavia, the America and NATO just totally lost our trust. Like not trust, but okay, let it be trust. And like we suspect them that all they do is to like get some oil, and it's their only like reason, and like maybe raise some money. So Russian in general, they do not support war in Libya, and they still think that and the mass media help it a lot, that Americans just wanted not American, but France and so on. They just wanted the oil sources of Libya, so they just strongly against the operation in Libya, and like the reasoning that there is a civil war, that like Gaddafi is a murderer and so on. They just not that concerning. Our population as that America once again started some war operation. like I guess that would be the answer.
Okay, and is that what you personally think?
Well, I personally think that like that both sides like it's complicated. That I don't think that European countries should stay away.
Okay.
Totally. I mean, it's not that I wanted to say that the war operation is necessary, but I mean that we shouldn't let any government in the world to treat their people like the killing them for no reason, just to suppress their human rights, and at least we shouldn't stay away. I don't think we should bomb them, but I think we should be involved in somehow. For like negotiations should be the first priority. But as we saw, like the Gaddafi is just a very strange man, and it is it is actually not very clear what to do, and the diplomats are far better in this than I am.
Yeah.
So I think they should have a leading role in this problem, but still we see no results of negotiations. So it's very complicated. I don't know what I would do in their situation. But maybe I consider it as possible that the bombing was the best solution. Like, it is possible, not probable, but possible.
Okay. Oh, very cool. Yeah, I have a tendency to fall in a similar direction as you, because it is a complicated situation, and we don't really know how popular Gaddafi really is and how popular the rebellion is. Like, we don't really know how many people are actually against Gaddafi or have been coerced into fighting for Gaddafi, and maybe he actually does have the majority of the country on his side, or maybe he's bullied the majority of the country to his side. Sorry, I'm pouring juice, but yeah, we don't know. But I definitely think a no-fly zone would definitely help alleviate the rebel forces, and I don't think there was any real question in anybody's mind that if Gaddafi took hold of Benghazi, there would be a massacre there.
Yeah, and by the way, I've checked out. In Libya is pretty military equipped country. Like in Wikipedia, it says that they had about 2,000 tanks, about 1,000 plus BMPs, and it's not like some small countries that a couple of rockets would solve the problem. It is if NATO, USA, France, and so on wanted to affect the things dramatically, not just some just for show actions. No, if they would want to dramatically change the situation, help rebels, it would take lots of time, lot of efforts, and there would be losses, and it would be consequences, political and so on. And it's not that easy that a couple of bombs will solve the problem. It's quite contrary.
Well, actually, I remember attending at my university. We had a lecture about Egypt and Libya, expert, came in and held a lecture about Egypt and Libya. And in it, he was talking about Libya's military capabilities, that the country, or Gaddafi, owns more tanks than the Germans used to invade Russia in Operation Barbarossa. But most of these tanks are just rotting, or, just rusting in the middle of the Libyan desert because Gaddafi doesn't have the capability to keep them all running and all in battle condition. So in reality, he's only probably got about a third of the tanks that he does on paper.
Well, maybe, but I know, again from Wikipedia, that it have about 200 tanks marked T-90. And this is the most modern tank. I was very surprised because Russia do not have a lot of them. And he had 200. And I think they are in pretty nice condition because it is so modern. And I don't think that he is an idiot and left the best tanks in rusting in desert. So, I mean... Like when I just want to tell that when I've read the amount of and the mark of military equipment, like military like machines, and I was very impressed. Like it's quite an army he have.
Yeah, well, actually, I did notice that he had T-90 tanks because I was watching the news and there was some footage of Gaddafi's army, and he's got T-90 tanks in his troop column. And at first I was like second guessing that. I'm like, are those T-90 tanks? Are you sure they're not like what is it, like 84 or 72 or whatever else, or are those really the most modern tanks out there? So I was also taken back by that.
Yeah, and T-72 is a pretty modern tank too. It's I don't know the version because there was some upgrades to original T-72 tank, but still it's very capable in the modern situation, and it shouldn't be considered as an outdated tank. And still, tank is a tank. It doesn't matter if he had a T-34 tanks; they would still cause a mess if it had a chance. So it shouldn't be discarded as such an option.
Okay, cool. So I think we've spoken enough about Libya. I